continues unabated. Today we're talking about World War III. Let's get right to it. We all got better things to do. Romania is starting to assemble a network of bomb shelters and bunkers on the Danube near where a drone inadvertently fell, which was directed for a port in Ukraine, inadvertently fell on the Romanian side of the border. We're talking about a Russian missile now. So here's what happened. Russian missile targeting a Ukrainian port where Russia suspects that NATO is trying to smuggle weapons across. Okay? It accidentally lands 200 meters in to Romanian territory. Romania initially denies that this happened, even though there was clear photographic evidence that it happened. Maybe they got the call from old Sleepy Joe who said, hey, we better capitalize on this because we know the war is coming to us eventually. So let's use this as an opportunity to fortify our defenses, to put our missile defense on a higher state of alert, and draw up evacuation plans for the region, which is exactly what they're doing right now. So they're starting to assemble a network of bomb shelters in this region. The mayor of one of the affected regions is also calling on the government to call for an evacuation of villages that are right across from one of these ports that was targeted. They're worried that this is going to happen again. But what is really going on here, okay? Because right now Ukraine is calling on Romania and NATO, and we got some other stuff happening in the Black Sea today that nobody is talking about, which is completely wild, all right? So here's what's probably going to happen. Ukraine is calling on Romania and NATO to utilize their missile defense to take out and neutralize the incoming Russian missiles that are in that ambiguous territory of the borderlands, where there's plausible deniability. Oh, we didn't know if it was going to come over our border like it did last time type thing. So what happens when Romania and NATO start shooting down Russian missiles that are intended for their targets inside Ukraine, effectively putting NATO at war with Russia? We already know they're at war with Russia, but de facto, or de jure, I should say, state of war with Russia. How does Russia respond? Well, immediately the tension ratchets up right away, more than it already is, in a strategic sense. That means nuclear missiles on a higher state of alert. Anytime you have a conventional interaction between, or an engagement between NATO and Russia, because the chain of events is so short from that point to nuclear Armageddon, you know immediately nuclear forces are put on a higher state of combat alert, and that red line lights up like a Christmas tree, I should say. So what is going to happen is I can foresee a situation where they're getting all the pieces where they need them. Because right now, the Ukrainians are making an advance in the southern direction. I'm sorry, guys. I got a lot of stuff to talk about today. I'm trying to paint the picture for you here of what I see. Ukraine is making an advance in the southern direction. No matter what the Russia bros say, they are continuing to chip away against those defensive lines. Russia will be left with no choice but to continue to target those supply chains that are bringing the weapons in from NATO, and they have to nip it in the bud. You have to get it at the port, because once it leaves the port and it goes into Ukraine, then it's everywhere, right? So the best way to do it is to target the ports, and that puts you very, very close to attacking NATO countries themselves. And so the more Ukraine advances, the greater the likelihood that there's going to be an accident on the border, the greater the likelihood that these missiles are going to be shot down by NATO countries. Remember, plausible deniability. We thought it was coming over here. Well, are the Russians going to accept that explanation? And now, just today, this is completely staggering to me, because the UK is saying that it is going to escort Ukrainian grain shipments. Okay, now understand, we just had a grain corridor deal fall through that Turkey was trying to facilitate, that at once Russia and Ukraine agreed to allow that grain to flow into Turkey, I believe, mostly, or maybe in some ports in Romania as well. But they were allowing that so that they could keep the global food prices down. Okay? Not that they really care, because right now Zelensky is trying to take legal action against the EU because they won't accept his grain. So this whole thing makes no frickin' sense on its face anyways. So you know what this is about. This is about like bringing UK fighter jets, Typhoon fighter jets, close to the front. This is World War III. That's what this is. But they're masquerading it as this, oh, we got to protect these civilian grain ships. So that's what's going on today. That was the official announcement today that the RAF, the Royal Air Force, is going to be providing cover for these grain ships. Now, why this is important, you might think, well, why doesn't Russia just let the grain flow and, let these guys access the ports? Well, the Russians are thinking that this is where a lot of military equipment is coming in. This is where things are going in. This is where things are going out. That was the whole thing, is that they were using these humanitarian corridors to bring in weapons. And that's why the plan started falling through in the first place. Okay, that's why the whole thing fell apart. Too many attacks on the Black Sea Fleet, in Crimea, the Kerch Bridge, the whole 9 yards. So really what we have happening here, this whole grain thing, we start to see that it's going to come down to the supply lines, to the nexus of the supply lines, right at the border regions. Because if Ukraine can't get weapons in, it can't continue the fight, no matter how much we're willing to give to it. And if Russia starts targeting those supply lines where they originate, then NATO could potentially be forced to do something crazy, like push the Russians a little bit too far by starting to shoot down the missiles that are falling on Ukraine. Now, I totally sympathize with it. I mean, it's silly how you can argue that, hey, we were just trying to bomb this place and you intercepted our ability to do that. It sounds crazy. But that's the situation we have right now. And the U.S. today confirmed, unofficially, of course, but everything they say unofficially is official in 2 months, ATACMS are coming to Ukraine. The Biden administration is likely to send Ukraine long-range Army tactical missile systems, 190 miles. They already have their own drone systems. They already have the Storm Shadow missiles. They have the French medium-range missile. They're getting the Taurus missile right away. So, I mean, it doesn't really even matter anymore. But they're going to be able to utilize these in conjunction with the HIMARS system, which they've been using quite effectively. And if they continue to get this stuff in, Russia's left with no other choice. Because from the Russian perspective, and keep this in mind at all times, I'm showing you some sludge content in the back because I know a lot of people have TikTok brain. These are tanks that are en route towards the region opposite the province that's opposite the Taiwan Strait. So, China's getting ready for war with the United States. What else is new? But what was I talking about? These ATACMS. What the hell was I talking about? I totally lost my train of thought. Too much stuff in thine brain. Anyways, yeah, I'm sure it'll come back to me. But that's the situation going on there. Okay? So everybody's getting desperate, it would appear, because Ukraine is now mobilizing women. They're saying that anybody who has medical or pharmaceutical degrees, I'm not sure if that means fully fledged doctor or if you're an intern or if you're in the program or whatever, but they're not letting them leave. They're now going to be required for military service. Some estimates, wild estimates, are saying 400 to 500,000 casualties so far. I suspect that those numbers are grossly exaggerated. For starters, imagine the medical system overwhelm that we would be seeing and hearing about in Ukraine. We're not hearing about that at all. Probably because they're trying to, hide the numbers. But I'm sure it's happening. But I don't think it's that crazy. But they're most certainly running out of people. They are trying to extradite men who were draft dodgers early in the conflict. Hundreds of thousands of Ukrainian diaspora in and around the European region who left before the martial law hammer came down on people and wouldn't let them leave and sent them to the front lines against their will. Well, they're trying to bring those guys back. They're bringing the women back. So I still think this is anybody's ball game. We just don't know what is going on. It appears as though the Ukrainians are making an advance in and around the Robotno region. Very slow advance, but an advance nonetheless. The fact that they're advancing at all is surprising when, if you only listen to the Russia bros who said that Ukraine's been out of this fight for the last 18 months. I'm trying to figure things out, which is why I'm neither a Russia bro or a NATO bro. And when you don't have all the information in the fog of war, if you are decisively in one direction or the other, you run the risk of succumbing to misinformation, which is why I don't take sides at all in this conflict yet. Of course, I'm over here. Ultimately, I'm on this side. If people are coming into the country, I'm going to fight them off with the rest of you guys. But if we really want to understand what's going on, you catch my drift. And of course, this is now causing domestic problems here, which we're going to talk about in just a minute. Russia is claiming that Ukraine is getting ready to blow up the Turkish pipelines. Now, this is interesting. This is something we've talked about for some time. But remember, before Nord Stream, there was Nord Stream, right? Before Nord Stream blew up, you had Germany and Russia. There was always that possibility that they could reconcile their issues. There was that incentive for them to reconcile their issues. What have you had happen recently? Erdogan went to Sochi to meet with Vladimir Putin. Didn't turn out the way they wanted. However, on the gas hub front, of course, Turkey wants to be the gas hub. Turkey wants to be everybody's best friend, right? And unfortunately, one of these days they're going to have to choose, because there's going to be Black Sea NATO exercises happening very soon. And this whole thing with the RAF providing cover to the grain corridor is just completely insane to me. There's no way Turkey can avoid getting involved in this conflict in that capacity either. So we'll see. Russia is now saying that they caught wind of some intelligence that Ukraine is planning on targeting Turk Stream. So if the goal now is to Nord Stream the relationship between Turkey and Russia, is to take out and sever that one final incentive that they have to work together and basically make Turkey an offer they can't refuse. Because there's a very good chance that the only reason why shit hasn't flared up in the Black Sea yet is because Turkey has been there as the middleman between... Turkey's been there all along as the middleman. Of course, they tried to broker a peace deal at the start of the war. They almost did it. Boris Johnson went to Kiev and he said, nope, we're going to give you all the weapons you need. You can fight this thing. And here we are 18 months later. So shit's going to go down in the Black Sea. It's looking like that is where shit is going to hit the fan, because the Russians are going to have to inspect these grain ships. I mean, but think about the lunacy of this. They're talking about not accepting Ukrainian grain because it's going to mess with the prices and all this stuff. These are the people who want you to think that they actually care if people starve in the world, that they actually cared about the geriatric population, and that's why they effectively crashed the entire economy for 3 years. No. There's always ulterior motives. This is just an excuse to get warplanes, NATO warplanes, in the Black Sea on a permanent basis. And this is a footnote in the news today. But this is huge, because NATO is effectively saying we are going to enforce the grain corridor. It's insane to me, man. We got Abrams tanks en route. 31 Abrams tanks armed with depleted uranium, probably already in Ukraine, getting ready to engage Russia. But that, to me, is not even surprising, because, I mean, I thought when we had Leopard tanks fighting Russian tanks, which was a replay of World War II, I thought that would be it. I mean, that was it. But the goalpost keeps getting moved. And that's great that the threshold for nuclear Armageddon is much higher than we thought it was initially. But eventually you reach a fait accompli where you get to a certain point of no return where, you know, it's almost like it's better if it happens sooner than later, right? It's better if we had a limited nuclear strike somewhere now to just put the brakes on this whole thing, because we keep going, we keep pushing, and both sides get more and more desperate. And then when the button is finally pushed, the likelihood of it going from 0 to 100 quickly increases drastically. We have Ukraine flaunting their new 800-kilometer drones that have an 800-kilometer range. They're saying, of course, they're going to use these to target Moscow. If you didn't know, Moscow is being attacked on a daily basis. In fact, a military headquarters in southern Russia in Rostov-on-Don, one of the places where they coordinate most of what happens in Ukraine, was attacked. It was a direct hit, apparently. So the Ukrainians got real lucky on that one. We got fires at all types of different military facilities. It's become so commonplace that you don't even hear about it anymore. Okay, all you hear about is more and more missile defense moving in the direction of Moscow and St. Petersburg. So, man, I mean, this is it. We're in World War III. There is no doubt about it whatsoever. Drones are intercepted on a daily basis. Now you have Estonia considering doing a trade embargo against Russia. Understand, it's all a front. The grain corridor, Ukraine proxy, just remember what this is at all times. If something isn't making sense, this is a war between the East and the West. And whoever is in the border.
And that is why we give honor and glory to the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. The East and the West. A precept just popped in my spirit. Let's go there quickly. Let's go to the book of Revelation. Let's go to the book of Revelation. Here, the gospel of Yahawashi is the spirit of prophecy. If you are expecting to get rich, carnally rich by this world standard, this is not for you. Okay, we don't preach prosperity gospel. This gospel is the spirit of prophecy, because prophecy takes time. That's how Yahawashi told us to measure the time diligently in itself. That's how we measure time, by what is happening, because he already gave us the clue. He told us the things to watch out for: rumors of war, wars, famine, earthquakes. The king, Yahawashi, the king of kings, told us about all these things. So that is why we are extremely excited. And he says in the book of Revelation, chapter 16, verse 12, he says, the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the great river Euphrates. All you have to do is go to Google. I've done it many times. Do a little bit of research. Type in river Euphrates status. Family, yes, that river is drying up. Why is the Lord drying up the river? Because the Lord, before something happens, he tells you of it. That's the power that we serve. He says here, and the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the great river Euphrates, and the water thereof was dried up. Why would the Lord dry up a river that is a major resource for the nations around that region? Let's find out. He said that the way of the kings of the east might be prepared. Why is the Lord preparing the way for the kings of the east? It's called Armageddon, Third World War. You see? That is why we are extremely excited. But before I do that, let's go to the book of Romans chapter 9, verse 17. Let's start from verse 17. He says, who can resist his will? Yes, they're not going to sit around the table and negotiate peace. You see, they know that nuclear war is going to destroy their own nations. But family, they're going to go full head. Family, they're going to go full steam ahead. Family, I know sometimes, yes, I stumble over my words because I get extremely excited. Yes, family, it says here, hey, who can resist the will of the Lord? Hey, who has resisted? No, because if the Lord says it's going to happen, family, again, you can bet all your children, your mortgage, everything on it. It's going to happen. The Lord will tell you that, wow, the vision is for an appointed time, which is the prophecy. Yes, it says, although it says the vision was for an appointed time. But at the end, which end? The end of this kingdom and the end of the age. It says, at the end, it shall speak. The vision is the prophecies. And the prophecies are jumping off the pages, family. I can't keep track. You see, that's what the Lord is doing in these last days. But you know who's going to receive this message? Only the elect. It's only the elect. It says the vision, which is the prophecy, is for an appointed time. But at the end, it shall speak and not lie. It says, although it tarry, it feels like it's taking too long. It says, wait for it. It shall surely come. They're going to do everything the Lord said they're going to do. And in the midst of that third world war, guess who is coming in his glory? Family, I'm asking you the question. Put it in the comment box. Guess who is coming in the midst of that third world war? Our King, the Redeemer of Israel. This is his gospel, and his men, the women, the children that is coming to show mercy upon. Everybody is rejoicing. That's right. That's what we're telling the world before it happens. We're telling you, you're going to go to Third World War. Because when it happens, guess who's going to get the credit? Our King, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rawchaa, Qadash. Because he declared it from when? From the beginning. That's right. You guys going to do everything he asks you to do, including killing yourself, going to Third World War, and then he's going to show up. He's going to open the skies. You're going to look up. The sky is going to be covered with the so-called UFOs. They are the chariot of Israel. It's going to cover the sky. That's right. And you're going to see the Father's ship. And Yahawashi, family, it's just like birds fly. Look at it. That's how the Lord is going to defend Jerusalem. Jerusalem are who? The Israelites. That's right. Jerusalem are who? The Israelite. The elect. That's how he's going to defend it. Look at how birds fly. There's always a lead bird, and then you see the rest of the bird follow him. Exactly. That's how it's going to appear. He's going to come from the east, like he said. Yes, Yahawashi is coming. Directly behind him is Michael. Whoo, the angel Michael, family. He's all about war. He's all about slaughtering, killing. Oh, yes. Family, the angel family, if they do things to please Yahawashi, Yahawah, even sometimes Yahawah have to pull them back. He goes, whoa, you're killing too much. Slow it down. Because they are all about pleasing the Most High Yahawah who created them. That's what the angels are coming to do. They are coming to join in the party. That's what that day, do you know what the Lord promised the birds of the heaven? The vultures, the eagles. Family, you know what the Lord promised? They said they're going to be eating the flesh of kings. Yes. So the animals are also waiting. Everybody is waiting for their reward. This nation, Esau, Edom kingdom is coming to an end. And Yahawashi, the righteous kingdom, where you're going to be able to identify a woman from a man. Wouldn't that be great? Yes. Children will be safe to play on the street. Nobody is going to kidnap them. Family, there will be no more, child trafficking. The air is going to be clean. Your food is going to be clean. Your water is going to be clean. Your food is not going to be coming from factory mixed with all type of chemicals. Family, diabetes, heart attack, all that is going to be done away with. That is what we are looking forward to. That's right. That's why we can't wait for this wicked kingdom to be set on fire. And it says here, Romans chapter 9, verse 17. Let's go. It says, for the scripture says unto Pharaoh. We know what the Lord said. And we know what the Lord did to Pharaoh. When Moses went to Pharaoh and told Pharaoh, the Lord, the Most High Yahawah, he is. That's his name. Yahawah means he is, or he exists. He says, I should tell you to let his people, his children go. He said, let my people go. But the Lord, you know what? The Lord got a great sense of humor, Yahawah. Family, he knew exactly what Pharaoh is going to do before Pharaoh does it. Because it's the Lord that controls what? His mind. He says what? He says what? The king's heart is in the hands of the Lord. You hear that? The king's heart, Proverbs 21, I believe. He says the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. So like the rivers of water, he turns it whichever way. So he tells Moses, go to Pharaoh. But the Lord already hardened Pharaoh's heart, meaning his mind, that anytime Moses goes there, Pharaoh is going to say to Moses, oh, hell no. The children of Israel are not going anywhere. Hey? You see? So what? Why did the Lord do that? So he can show his power. That's why this nation's family is almost like they know that they're about to destroy their kingdom, but they can't help themselves. That's why they all have nuclear weapons, but they're all ready to do what? To use them. That is what the Lord is doing. You see, that's why it's better to fear the Lord, family. When you fear the Lord, you see, fear changes behavior. Oh, yeah, you better behave. Fear changes behavior. And that's the fear that we pray that the Lord will always make sure that with the moment he opened our eyes in the morning, because he's the one that blesses again with a new day. Because majority of the people went to bed, family, they didn't get up. But you are blessed. And I hope this message here find you in perfect peace. He says here, for the scripture says unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth. It's all about the name of the Lord Yahawah. Oh, we are all nothing but robot. The fact that the Lord gave you the gift of faith, that's right. He's controlling you. He activated you to accept this and to worship him. Family, that's right. So your family member, little Ray, little Keisha, and yes, family, they don't get it because it wasn't given to them. You, the Lord, chose to bless you. So don't try to force this down anybody's throat. No, family, those days have gone. Because right now, family, we are going full steam ahead. Lord willing, we are the hopeful elect. That's right. Their family members don't get it, family. We are moving on. Let them continue to work, calling the sweet baby Jesus. And the same devil that the Lord is about to destroy, he gave you an image that you continue to worship, and you believe in that image. Continue. That is your lot. Everybody is in their lot. We know who we worship. We know who we worship, Yahawah, Yahawashi. He says here, therefore had he mercy on whom he will have mercy. Exactly. He's showing you mercy. But the rest of your family, he's not. He's going to kill them on this end. But in the kingdom, he's going to show them mercy. Because God, guess what? They're going to come through you. Their spirit will go back to the Lord, and they're going to come through you as newborn baby in their rightful mind. That's right. It says here, therefore have he mercy on whom he will have mercy, and whom he hardeneth. You see, he hardened Pharaoh's heart. And then here's the point. Thou wilt say then unto me, why does he yet find fault for who have resisted his will? Who has resisted his will? Nobody. That is why, family, these nations, they are stepping on each other to do what? To go to war. Everything that is happening here was declared from the beginning. Let's go to the book of, is it Isaiah 46? Let's bring out Isaiah 46 quickly. Isaiah 46. Isaiah 46. Isaiah 46. It's Isaiah 46. Yes, it has to be Isaiah 46. Oh, yes, Isaiah 46. It says here, remember the former things of old. For I am the most high power, and there is none else. I am the most high, and there is none like me. It says, declaring the end from the beginning. You hear that? Everything that is happening right now was declared from the beginning. It's all written in the Holy Scriptures. It says here, it says, and from ancient times, the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure. Family, let's NLT that. Let's NLT that. It says here, let's read the NLT version. It says here, remember the things I have done in the past, for I alone, I am power. I am power, and there's none like me. Remember, didn't he tell you that he's going to spread you among the nation, and you're going to be at the bottom of all society? You will be the first to be, the last to be hired, the first to be fired. Yes, you're going to work, and they're going to hang you. You're going to be lynched. Your babies are going to be used as alligator bait. That's right. Who brought that upon you? Didn't he declare that from the beginning? Didn't he give Moses, Moses told us about it. Abraham also had a dream that what? We will be in captivity in Egypt. No, that's right. That's the Lord. He tells you, family, before it happens, he tells you of it. But here, verse 10, it says, only I, who's I? Yahawah. Only I can tell you the future before it even happens. Everything that is happening right now, he tells you in the book of Revelation, chapter 8, verse 13. There will be what? 3 wars, right? 3 third world wars. We know that 1 war, 2 wars, 3 wars. All means what? Destruction, destruction, destruction. We know the first world war came in 14 to 18, 1914 to 1918. The second world war was what? 1939 to 1945. And now behold, as it says in the book of Revelation 11:14, behold, the third war cometh quickly. The third war, when you see in the scripture, that is the third world war. So the Lord tells you before it happens, and he, Yahawah, gets all the glory. It says here, I will call, it says here, only I can tell you the future family. Man, I gotta slow this down. I'm too excited. I'm too excited. Family, please forgive me. It says, only I can tell you the future before it even happens. Everything I plan will come to pass, for I do whatever I wish. That is the power that we serve. And now, before we begin this lesson, let's give honor and glory to our power, the power of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. Yahawah is his name. He brings a lot of joy to our heart. The fact that we are family, we are energized. Yes, family, we are energized. We are pumped because we can't wait for the destruction. We are waiting, looking forward to the chaos because we know that through that chaos, through that tribulation, we're going to be delivered out of here. Lord willing. Lord willing. The elect, that's right. This is all for the elect to comfort you. That's why day in and day out, the Lord is sending his prophets out there. This is the love that the Lord is showing you in the land of your captivity. You can say the Lord doesn't love you. Day in and day out, the lessons are coming out through all the great men. Family, let's give honor, glory to the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Yahawah is his name, and his only begotten son. The root and offspring of King David, the bright and morning star, the King of kings, the Lord of lords, the Prince of peace, Shiloh. Family, this is all about the only begotten son, the one that did what? He gave his life for you. That is why we own everything. This is his gospel. That's why, family, if we don't do a lesson, family, we cannot sit still. We cannot sit still because, family, this is the spirit that he has poured upon us. And we are extremely glad that he chose us to bring this beautiful song to you. And this song here, family, you can break dance, you can do all type of moves to it. That's right. This is the gospel of Yahawashi, the root and offspring of King David, the beginning and the end, the Alpha and the Omega, our King, who is going to be in the midst of us in the kingdom of heaven, which is going to be on this planet here. But this time the earth is going to be rejuvenated. There will be no more war. You hear that? Because it's just going to be like in Solomon days. David killed all the nation, put all of them down. The same thing now is about to. But this time Yahawashi himself is coming to put down all the nations, and in his kingdom it's going to be everlasting peace for the Israelite. You hear that? That is why, family, we boast in the name of our King Yahawashi. That's right. We boast in that name, Yahawah, Yahawashi, because we know that those names are what? Strong towers. Family, says the righteous run to it and they saith. That's right. There's no other name under the heaven, above the heaven, sideways, family, that anybody can be saved through. Family, the only name that is going to deliver us out of this place is the name of our King, the Redeemer of Israel, Yahawashi. That's right. Yahawashi. And let's give double honors to our head apostles from the great millstone that taught us this truth. That's right. Salutation, peace to the 144,000. You see these men out there on the highway, byway, doing lessons, glorifying the name of their King, the Redeemer of Israel, Yahawashi. Salutation, peace to all the brothers and to you, the large multitude that the Lord is going to have mercy upon. Continue to stay prayed up. Family, we haven't come this far to drop the baton. Okay? That's right. We can see the finish line. You've been training for this. And you've been training for this. You see, you've been training for the moment you came out. You've been training for this. It's the Olympics, family. You are on the track, 100-meter race, family. You've been training. The lights, everything is on right now. Everybody's watching you. All the satellites are, family, going around the entire world, broadcasting it. This is your moment. That's right. This is your moment. Picture it. This is your moment. You know that this gold medal is yours. And you're not going to give up. You're not going to drop that baton. You're not going to quit in the midst of the race. No, you are ready. You're going to finish to the end because what? The Lord gave you that faith. That's right. The Lord gave you that faith. He didn't give it to anybody else. He gave you to that faith. No matter what Esau is coming down with, you say, no. Listen, man. I've been through 7 different captivities. This is my last captivity, and the King is coming to take me home. He says, I've gone to a place to prepare mansions for me. He says, in my father's house, there are many mansions. You think I'm going to lose it? No, this is the gold medal moment. That's right. Everybody's watching. Lights. Oh, yes. Everybody's off their seat, watching you. Family, we're going to finish that race. Lord willing. Lord willing, we're going to finish that race. Again, all praises, honor, and glory to the power of Abraham, Isaac and Jacob, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rawchaa, Qadash. Now let's get into the lesson. As this gentleman, that's my friend from Canadian Prepper, and Nate, always giving us, the skinny on what is happening around the world, and that's how we measure prophecy. It says, measure out the time diligently in itself. You see, and that's how you measure prophecy, family, because prophecy takes time. Right? Prophecy takes time. We thank the Lord Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi for giving us this beautiful song that we are singing. He says some will hear it, and guess what? They will be afraid. Let's go quickly to Psalm 40. This is the new song, family. It is new in the sense that, family, you know that this particular song has been there. Yeah, he's been there. But family was mixed with all type of vomit until the Lord brought the goods, the new, and he renewed it. But he only gave it to his men, the 144,000. Because it says in their mouth were found no guile. They're not going to be, no. You see, they were virgin. Virgin means what? They were not defiled with any other philosophies. Like what? Buddha, Allah, Santa Maria, all these different gods. That's right. That's what it meant by they were not defiled by virgins. Not like they didn't sleep with any woman. No, family. But this devil, what's it called? The Catholic Church, they take it literally. That's why they go out there and molesting little boys. That's right. No. It means in their mouth were found no God. They're going to be pushing the gospel of Yahawashi. That's it. Yahawashi. That's what they meant by virgin, family. He says here, and remember, the Lord only revealed his secret to what? His servants, the prophets. So these devils in these churches, like your TD Jakes and or whatever, Joel Osteen, they're not going to have this because they are sold out. Because they are all about what? Prosperity gospel. That's right. This here, Yahawashi gospel, it says the spirit of prophecy. Isaiah 40. Where is it? Isaiah 40. Let's go to the KJV. Isaiah 40. Family, we have a couple of news to cover, and we're going to wrap this up. It's not going to be long. I always say it's not going to be long, and somehow, family, we're just going to follow the spirit. It says here, Isaiah 40, verse 3. And he have put a new song in my mouth. This is the song that we are singing. And you know who's going to be dancing to the beat of this song? The elect. Again, family, we're all about the elect. And the elect. It's all about Yahawashi says what? His elect. His elect. So we following the footstep of our king. He says what? My sheep hears my voice. And he's the ultimate shepherd. Everything that we're doing is to lift up we're doing the will of Yahawashi. You see, he came, what did he do? Anytime he heals somebody, he says, I did it in my father's name, Yahawah. And he raised the dead. He said, you think I did that on my own? No, Yahawah. You see the humility that the king shows. Family, we are following the king's footstep. It's not about us. It's not about your feelings. We're telling you that if your family members don't take heed, the Lord is going to kill them. That's why we're not going to beat around the bush and tell you the reason why you get it, you see it because it was given to you. You see, we are doing the will of our king, Yahawashi, and that's what it's all about. The focus is on Yahawashi. We don't care about any glory on this, and we are waiting for the glory that's going to come from the king, Yahawashi. He says here, blessed, it says here, and he have put a new song in my mouth, even praise unto our power. Many shall see it and fear, because this gospel here, it's causing people to, to question their pastors. Because their pastors are not going into prophecy. And now people are afraid. Because they were thinking about, everybody's going to be raptured up. And then we're going to go to South America. We're all going to be eating cucumber and drinking some apple juice. Yes, family? No. That's fable. Right immediately after the tribulation, the Third World War, the microchip and all the chaos, right after that, family, the Lord is going to show up in the midst of the Third World War and he's going to redeem his elect and he's going to bring fire to destroy America, Babylon the Great. That's simple. It's done. And then we're going to go up and then the ceremony, the crowning, the crown that he's going to put on the head of the men, his rulers, the 144,000. And then we're going to come back and take down this kingdom again. All the elite, they're going to be hiding in their bunkers. We're going to dig them out. That's right. And then they're going to be going around the world, burying bodies. Because it says in the book of Ezekiel. Yes, that's simple. They're going to be the elite of this society, the one right now sitting on their high horses. They are going to be going around the world burying bodies in chains. That's right. The book of Psalm 49 tells you. Psalm 149, my apologies, I misspoke there. Psalm 149 tells you that all the kings of this earth, that's right, the rulers, that's right, they're all going into captivity. That's simple. That's right. That's why people are so afraid of what we are saying. You telling me the Rawchaa, the Gettys, Bill Gates and his family, they're all going to slavery? Yes, we are telling you that. Because the Lord says in the book of Jeremiah 25:33, it says the slain of the Lord. You know the slain, you know what the slain means? The kill. The slain of the Lord is going to cover one end of the earth to the other. That means there are going to be too many dead bodies. They said nobody's going to have time to sit down around there and be crying, oh, my little Ray was such a good kid. You know, he was a straight student, and then he just got a scholarship to go to this Ivy League university. You know, he never had to fly now. No, nobody's going to be out there crying for no babies. Okay? Because there are going to be bodies everywhere. Bodies are not going to be able to be, nobody's going to have time to bury them. So when we come down after our big reunion, that family reunion with the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, Yahawashi, that's right, we're going to come back in our glory, in our new bodies, angelic body. Oh yeah, that's right. And then we're going to take over. We're going to be going around everywhere. Lord willing, we are among the numbers. And we're giving diligence that when the Lord shows up, he says, yes, you know what, you come up. You know, come up into the chariot. That's what, family, that's what we are doing this word. Minding our steps. So yes, they're going to hear, say here. It says, and he have put a new song in my mouth. The new song is who? Yahawashi's gospel. That's right. Yahawashi's gospel. That's the new song. It says here, even praise unto our power. Many shall see it and fear, and shall trust in the Lord. The elect will say, oh, okay, I know this. Because the elect, they were picked before the foundation of the earth. That tower was given to them in Ezekiel 9:4. So the moment they hear this word here, they're going to be activated. That's right. It's that simple. Only the elect are going to be activated, and they're going to be redeemed by our King Yahawashi when he shows up with the chariots. Okay? Now, let's get into the article, family. I hope, family, I really pray that you were edified when it's all said and done. So here, he mentioned, I think he said that the British are sending airplane. Family, this is all preparing. The Third World War already started, because it is already started. It hasn't gone full blown yet. You know what I mean? Yeah, but it's already started. Everybody's lining up their armies. Everybody's forming their alliance. It's going to be the East against the West. The main war is going to be in the in the Levant, which is the Middle East, or you can call it West Asia. You know, that's the proper name for it, West Asia. You see, that's where the major war is going to take place. You know, like it says, like we read the book of Revelation 16:12, where it says what? The river Euphrates is drying up. It's all drying up because what? The Lord is preparing the way for the kings of the East to fulfill his will. You know, this is the controversy of Zion for everything that they've done to the children of Israel. That's why the Lord is bringing this nation to war, and he's about to judge them. This nation, they've never been judged yet. They've ruled the world in wickedness, and the Lord is about to remove this place here. He will remove all these leaders. You tell me about, does anybody have to tell you who the wicked is? You have people talking about blocking the sun. Yeah, that's coming from Bill Gates. He's developing technology to block the sun. Do we really have to tell you who the wicked is? The wicked is the self-proclaimed white man. And again, I always qualify by saying this. Some of our people, the Israelite, okay, are going to look like these nations. It's not a color thing. Some of us, yes, we've been spread across all nations. Yes, and we're going to look like some of these nations. Some of us are going to look like the Moabite, the so-called Chinese. Some of us are going to look like the Temanite, the so-called East Indians. Some of us are going to look like the Ammonite, the so-called Japanese. And some of us are going to look like our twin brother, Esau, Edom, and the so-called white man. So, okay, so keep that in mind. That's what the Lord says in the book of Jeremiah 12:7. It says what? Is this 12:7? I don't want to. Please, bear with me. Let me bring it out. Is it 12:7 or 12:9? I think it's Let's go to Jeremiah 12. It tells me 12:9, but let's see. Jeremiah 12:9. It says what? It says in the NLT, listen to this. It says, my chosen people act like speckled vultures, but they themselves are surrounded by vultures. Bring on the wild animals to pick their cubs. Vultures. It means speckled vultures, meaning a speckled bird. Let's read the NLT, the King James Version. Okay? King James Version says what? It says, my heritage, which is what? You, the Israelite. Because what happens with it? My heritage is unto me as what? A speckled bird. The birds round about are against it, meaning the rest of the nation. You see, the Lord very simple. Okay? He uses like trees. He uses like water. He uses like wine to make a point. He uses animals. He like to keep this thing very, very simple too for us. But the Spirit have to be working with you to understand it. You can't take everything that you read verbatim. You got to be able to break down the word. You have to go into the word. You got to go to the Hebrew word, the Greek word, to get a proper understanding for these things. And we thank the Lord for bringing us, starting with our head apostles from the great millstone, that gave us the understanding how to do the research and bring the real gospel to you. Because these words here, family, is to comfort you, to let you know that yes, your captivity is over. The king is coming, and all these things that are going to take place, family, it is to prepare you for what is coming. Excuse me. You see, but anyway, I don't want to veer off too much. You see, it says here, my heritage is unto me as a speckled bird, and birds round about are against her. Because the point of this is that what? Like I said, we are all going to look like what? Some of these nations, right? Speckled bird. You see, if you look at that beautiful bird, you see different colors. So it's never going to be all about black, but it says what? The Spirit. At the end of the day, go back to the Spirit, bear witness with our spirit that we are the sons and the daughters of the Most High Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Because sometimes you look at a so-called Chinese person, and he has a rhythm. He has a vibe like so-called Jake, the Israel. We say Jake because what? Jacob, right? Israel. Okay? He has a vibe of Jake. And he said, no, there's no way this guy's rapping and he's dancing. Because majority of these people, they have no rhythm. We are the salt of the earth. And you're gonna see the salt among these nations. You're gonna see your typical white dude, and like for example, like look at Eminem, like the way I'm just using that as an example. He will rap and I'm like, man, your typical white dude doesn't have that rhythm, doesn't have that how to, link the words together. No. So is it possible that Eminem could be a Jake? It's possible. Anything is possible, because here, this prove it. It says here, my heritage is unto me like speckled birds. If you are among these nations, if I take, for example, the Vietnam War, right? Majority of our people, the so-called black men, went and served in Vietnam. And you know how Jake is. Jake dropped his seed in every water. You see, we love women. Bottom line, we love women. So when you go to these nations, what are you going to do? Yes, you're going to hook up with these women. You're going to have children. Sometimes you leave. Sometimes you bring them back. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. So yes, our seeds are in all these nations. So it's not about black, it's not about white, but the seed, the one that the Lord's not going to show mercy on, is the seed of Esau, Edom. That seed is the wicked on the planet here. They are the one turning the whole world upside down. They are the one blessed with the sword. That is their blessings. And with the sword, it says what? They're going to have the fatness of this earth. That's why they control all the oil resources. They control all the precious metals. They control the currency. That's right, because that's the fatness of this earth. That is the wicked. Job 9:24. It says this earth here was given into the wicked. You see? So we have identified the wicked from what? Malachi 1:4. The border of wickedness is what? Esau. Esau, I hated. You see, the Lord made this thing very, very simple for us. You see, the Lord made it very, very simple for us. And all praises, honor, and glory to the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Family, when I was in the plantation Christianity, but I have no clue about Deuteronomy 28, and I have no... Family, long story short, family, I didn't even read the Bible. We go to church, and then the pastor would bring a couple of, tell us a couple of cocklefoot story, and off you go, you pay your tithes, boom. And then you try to go there Wednesday night for Bible studies, and you still learn nothing. until the Lord showed us mercy and pulled us out of that hallowed houses, family. And here we are in the land of our captivity, the last days of the last days, family. We have won the lottery. Oh, family, we escaped that fire, you see. And Lord willing, we hope to endure till the end. Anyway, let's bring out the article that I want to show you. So let's get into it. It says here, it says, Britain sends warplanes to deter Russia's strikes. The aircraft will watch over grain ships in the Black Sea, the UK has said. So I think what's the name? Our friend here, Nate from Canadian Prepper, he talked about it. So but I just wanted to bring the article that he was referring to. You know what I mean, family? Sometimes it's nice to do your, do your research and you do your, the source. Go straight to the source and confirm the story that is he's telling it. But he does his homework. But this is what he was referring to. At the end of the day, NATO is preparing to go against Russia, and this is going to lead to the third world. It's going to spill over to Middle East. That's right. Iran is going against Israel, and family. That Israel is going to be leveled. That's right. The whole land is going to be devoured by fire. Yahawashi is going to come in the midst of that third world war. Israel is going to be devoured. America is going to be devoured. And Israel will be built back. Jerusalem is going to be our headquarters, because it says that the street have to be paved with gold. You're going to be able to see your reflection. All the gold, the resources that these nations are piling up, because it says what? Because of unrighteous dealing. Let me bring that quickly, and then we're going to move to the next article. Family, this story is just beautiful. Oh, we thank the Lord, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, the Qadash, for not leaving us here, family. We are extremely blessed. What was I saying? I forgot my train of thought. I was going to bring something else. Oh, shoot, man. I can't remember which precept I was going to get. What was I saying? Hopefully come back to me. I can't remember now. Wow, that was quick. That precept left me very quick. It left me. But anyhow, what was I saying here? Wow. Anyways, maybe, it will come back to me. Let's go to the next article. Where is it? Yes. So as we've already mentioned in many lessons prior, we tell you that the US dollar, it is finished. Come January 1st, that's why everything is leading to that. Everything you are seeing right now, the third world war, like we said, the moment they create the currency, the BRICS currency, America is finished. And that is leading to third world war. In the midst of that third world war, Yahawashi is coming. You see, Yahawashi is coming. Yahawashi is coming too, because no Russia, no China, no India. There's a G20 meeting going on right now, planning for the next year. Family, Lord willing, this is it. Hopefully we are out of here very soon. Okay? It says here, the share of the greenback, which is what the American dollar, the fiat currency, in trade between the countries has dropped to a historic low. According to a foreign ministry official, it said the de-dollarization of Russia-China trade is practically complete. You hear that? America dollar, family, you wait and see what is going to happen on the street of America. When you have to literally carry a boatload of what? Of dollars just to buy a loaf of bread. That is what is coming. Chaos is coming. The only one the Lord is going to protect, it says in the book of Esther, are the ones that put their trust in the Lord before this whole thing happened. And then again, you have to be the elect. But the elect, family, I don't have to tell you what the elect are going to be doing in the last days. They're going to be sinning less. They're going to do their best to keep the laws to the best of their ability. They're going to be calling in the name of Yahawah, Yahawashi. Okay? And the Lord is going to hear them. Oh yeah, that's the elect. That's what they're going to be doing in the last days. He says here, the official said that the share of the US dollar in mutual settlements between the neighboring nations has substantially shrunk over the past 2 years. The share of national currencies in Chinese payment is growing at an extremely rapid pace. Zinoviev told the news agency, At the beginning of 2020, it was hovering around 25%. Now it's exceeding 80%. Family, less than a year, 80%. Babylon the Great is done. If anybody's telling you to go take a loan and go to school, family, laugh at them. And laugh at them. Family, this place is finished. And we say all praises. Barakata Yahawah. Barakata Yahawashi. Barakata Yahawah. Barakata Yahawashi. All praise, honor, and glory to the King of Israel, Yahawashi. Hey? It says here, the diplomat. Where was I? No. Sorry, I think I skipped that. Oh, here. He added that the volume of trading in the ruble yuan pair, ruble is what? The Russian currency, and yuan is the Chinese pair, on the Moscow exchange outpaced volumes in the dollar ruble pair long ago. You hear that? It says here, according to Zinoviev, Russia and Chinese businesses are rapidly moving away from the toxic Western currencies, opting for the ruble and yuan as more reliable and safe way of payment. The diplomat noted that Moscow and Beijing have developed vital tools to make it possible to facilitate all necessary transactions as much as possible, despite international political and economic instability that significantly affects financial institutions and their ability to efficiently operate. You hear that? It says that the changes reflect Russia's move away from transactions in the currencies of unfriendly countries against the backdrop of sanctions. Early this year, Finance Minister Anton Sulyanov said the country no longer trusts the dollar, calling it a completely unreliable instrument. And that's what we like to hear. Yeah, the Lord is about to show his power, Yahawah. Family, what is about to take place on this planet here through the spirit of our power, the Redeemer of Israel, Yahawashi, has never ever happened before. Forget the drowning, Noah's day, forget all that. Forget Antiochus the fourth moving into Jerusalem, hanging our babies at the altar, sacrificing pig at the altar, forcing the woman, that woman here, I love that story, forcing her children, I think was it 7 boys or 8 boys, 7 boys, and to eat pork, and they refused to eat. He killed, tortured them. Family, all that stuff. The siege of Jerusalem from 68 to 70 AD, when we fled into the west coast of Africa, from there to slave ships, and then spread among all the nations. Family, forget all that. No, that is nothing compared to what is about to take place. Like the book of Daniel reminded us, in the book of Malachi, it says, Daniel, let me bring it, in case somebody, maybe we have a new listener, so let's go there. It's all about edification, family. Let's go to the book of, let's go to let's go Daniel 12, and then we're going to get another precept. Daniel 12 first. Daniel 12:1. Okay? It says, and at that time shall Michael stand up. This is during that great tribulation, because it's going to be so bad that the Lord, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, literally, and the angels have to step in. That's right. This is how bad it's going to be. He says, at that time, that's the time of what? Tribulation. The great prince, which standeth for what? The children of thy people. That great prince, let's find out who is this. And shall be, it says what? Standeth for the children of thy people. Who's what? Michael. We just read it. Michael, the archangel. And there shall be a time of trouble. And here is the point. The key word is the trouble. Such as never was since there was a nation. You hear that? Since there was a nation, even to that same time, and at the same time, thy people. Who are thy people? The elect shall be delivered. Everyone that shall be found written in the book. And I believe it was in Malachi that said it too. Let me see if Malachi. Let's go quick navigation here. I think it's Malachi said it too. Please bear with me. I want to bring that quickly. It's in Malachi 4. No, let's go back. Let's see if I can get it through. Let's do this. Let's do the quick reference, cross-reference quickly. Where is it, Malachi? I think maybe it's a Zephaniah. Please bear with me. Please bear with me. Let me see this. I can't remember now, but it will come. Shoot. But you know what? Don't mean the Lord said it. You see, because the Lord also said it in the book of Matthew. Let's get that. Matthew 24:22. Matthew, what is it? Okay, Matthew 24:22. It says here, let's get straight to the point. Matthew 24:22. It says here, for then shall be great tribulation. You hear that? Matthew 24:21. It says, but then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the whole the world to this time. No, let me take my time and read this thing. It says here, for then, Matthew 24:21, for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world. So all the things that have happened under the sun, since the foundation, family, the Lord said it's going to be worse than that of the world to this time, nor ever shall be. It will never happen again. It says here, let's get the NLT. Sorry, no, go back. What am I doing? Oh my goodness, what did I do here? Yeah, let's get the NLT. Let's do NLT quickly. NLT, Matthew 24:21. Let's read the NLT version. It says here, for there shall be great anguish than at any time since the world began, and it will never be so great again. In fact, unless that time of calamity is shortened. You hear that? It says, unless that time of calamity is shortened, not a single person will survive. That's how bad it's going to get. But hear what the Lord says, but it will be shortened for the sake of the Most High's chosen one. That are the what? The elect. Let's go back to KJV so you know that it's talking about the elect. It says verse 22. It says here, where is it? It says, and except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. That's right. This message here, like again, if Yahawashi is talking, let me go here. Let me do this quickly. So you know that's Yahawashi that is speaking. The red letter is Yahawashi. Okay, so let's go back so you know that it's the king that is saying it. These are not my words. It's the king that is saying it. You see that? And except the red letter are the word of our king Yahawashi. It says, and except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. And then you skip back here. He says here in the book of, verse 30. And it says here, let's go verse 29. It says, immediately after the tribulation of those days. So you're going to have women being raped, house being broken into, lack of food, famine, chaos, destruction, Third World War, all this mingled together. Neighbors against neighbors, civil war, everywhere, everybody is in it. Okay? And it says here, immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened because of what? All the missiles, the smoke that is going to go rise up and cover the sky, because it says what? That day is the day of gloominess, a day of darkness. That's the day of the Lord. If anybody tell you that we're always going to be sitting around having a barbecue when the Lord shows up, family, don't even listen to them. Because they paint this picture like that the Lord is so soft, he's coming and everybody's going to be safe. And no. This is what he said amid the tribulation. Look up that word. Okay? It's not going to be easy. But guess what? The elect, we are looking forward to it. That's right. We're going to go through it. But guess what? We know what is at the end for us. We're doing the things that are pleasing to the Lord. Oh yeah, the Lord is going to take care of us. Lord willing. He says here, immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven. The stars, this is Esau's technologies, drones and all this fancy, his toys, and then also guess what? His leaders, the governors, the leaders, the kings, the presidents, they're not gonna have any answer. Oh yeah, because this is the will of the Lord. Just like Pharaoh. Pharaoh didn't have any answer for all the plagues that the Lord brought, turning the water to our blood, the locusts, the frogs, the hail. No, Pharaoh had no answer because you guys are all puppets. This is the Lord's movie. He says here, and then it says here, immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of heavens, Esau's leadership, shall be shaken. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man. Family, when you see those chariots, you're going to be screaming. Oh yeah, you're going to rejoice. Yes, you're going to be excited because that's what your salvation. It says here, Son of Man in heaven, and there shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. Family, that's day in and day out. When we wake up in the morning, Lord wake us up. That's what we are thinking about. The second coming of our King. And he says here, here's the point. Because I said the elect in what? Matthew 24:22, right? It says here, and he, who is he? Yahawashi will give the order, shall send his angels, with a great sound of trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect. He didn't say everybody else. Elect. Let's look up that word elect. I think I haven't looked up that word in a while. Let's look up the word elect so you know. Family, the Greek word is what?
Strong's G 1588, eklektos.
Eklektos. What is that? Picked out, chosen by the Most High, that's the elect, to obtain salvation through Hamashiach. Christians are called chosen or not. The true Christians are the followers of Yahawashi. I think was what? The book of Acts, when we were first called, is it Acts 11? First called Christian in Antioch. That's right. Those are the true followers, not the nonsense plantation Christianity, vomit, watered down crap that they pushing that every nation can come in. No. It is only for the followers of Yahawashi, family. Yes, the Lord is racist. Like I said it many, many times. Only care about one race, the children of Israel. It says to obtain salvation through Hamashiach. Christians are called chosen or elect. It says all elect of the Most High. The Messiah is called elect as appointed by the power to the most exalted office conceivable. Choice, select, the best of its kind or class. Family, that's why the elect are the elite. You see how this society, they have their elite? That's right. The laws, that's right. The elect are going to be the elite of this society. And through the elite, all our family members that were in bed with Esau, that family made fun of the prophets, they didn't take heed to this word. That's right. Being the Lord, our power, Yahawah, being the merciful power that he is, he's going to have mercy upon them. But they're going to die on this end. Their spirit will go back to the Lord. He's going to hold on to it, and he's going to put that spirit, and they're going to come through the remnant, the elect, as newborn babies. Yes, you're going to see your loved ones in the kingdom. That's right. Oh yeah. At the end, it says all Israel shall be saved. All Israel shall be saved. So yeah, that's the word elect. So there, the elect were chosen, again, I've said it many times, before the foundation of the earth. It's not anything that we've done. We are rejoicing because what? The Lord has chosen it. Now we are hoping to be delivered. Lord willing. We've been called, but yes, family, we've been called, but we have to give diligence to make our election sure. What did I think I went through this article already. Let's see, family. I don't know how long I've been going for, but here, in case you want to know who the wicked is, listen to this. Government, this is from Zero Hedge. I just wanted to throw this in. It says here, government gave millions to, you know what, reproductive health organizations. You hear that? Talking about what? Your doctors. Because 2-3 years ago, family, you know, the doctor, when you go, your doctor, your family doctor that you thought you had a relationship with, all of a sudden, this person here, He's all just acting weird around you. Because why? They all been paid. And what was the agenda? To push Esau's, that's right, magic potion. And the one that without it, you couldn't work. Without it, you couldn't travel. Without it, you couldn't go to the gym. That's right. This is saying here, organized, it says here, government gave millions. So family, you see, it says what? Let me bring that precept out. Don't feel free I can find it. I haven't used it in a while. Let me see. It says what? It says gift blind. It says something about, let me see, gift. Please bear with me. I haven't gone there in a while. Yes, Deuteronomy 16:19. Before I bring this article, let's go to Deuteronomy. Bring it out quickly. Because family, everything we say, we have to support it with scripture. It tells you, let's go to Deuteronomy. I haven't gone here in a while. That is why. Let's go. I haven't used this precept in a while. That's what I meant. Please bear with me. Let's go to the book of Deuteronomy 16, verse 19. It says here, the Lord wasn't lying. It says here, thou shalt not wrest judgment. Thou shalt not respect person, neither take a gift. For a gift does blind the eyes of the wise and pervert words of the righteous. Let's go here. Let's go to Deuteronomy. Let's do a quick navigation here. I want to get another translation here. Let's go to the book of Deuteronomy 16. We're going to wrap this up very soon. 16:19. It says here. Where is it? It says here, let's get the NLT. Deuteronomy 16:19. Okay, listen to this. Where is it? It said, you must never twist justice or show partiality. Never accept a bribe, for bribes blind the eyes of the wise and corrupt the decisions of the godly. But listen to this here. Let's go to that article again. And so, where is it? Family, I have a lot of articles, but I don't think I'm going to be able to go through all of them. It says the government gave millions to reproductive health organization to promote COVID-19, to pregnant women. So the Lord just told you not to receive bribe. So my question is, family, you think about this. Family, you all intelligent people. Okay, I always use this thing. I've said this many times. If you are running for an office, okay, and I gave you $10 million, and my cousin Ray give you $10, family, whose decision? Family, whose phone call are you going to be taking? That's right. You see. Because you've accepted a gift, and family, it doesn't matter what I'm telling you to do. If whether it's wicked or righteous, family, if it's wicked, you're going to push it. Because why? You want to remain in that power seat. So you're going to do everything that I'm telling you. Because why? I gave you $10 million for your election. That is basically what America is. It's cooperation. Your vote means nothing. But that's what these wicked people do. That's why the Lord is coming to take them down. You see, because if you receive bribe, family, it affects your decision making. The Lord already, family, the Lord gave us this Bible here is what? It's what? It's our life guide, family. This is supposed to guide us. The Lord says, I give you statutes and commandments to set you apart. So that when you go among these nations, when you do certain things, they're going to, wow, these people are actually very good. This is actually, you know what? I must well bring it out, and then I'll bring this article. I think is it Deuteronomy 4:6 or 4:7. Let's go. Let's bring out another precept. Because family, the Lord, you see, when you do things the right way, things move smoothly. Okay, let's go to, I think, I know it's Deuteronomy, but I think it's Deuteronomy 4:7. Is it 4:7 or 4:6? Let's see here first. Is it 4:6? Barakata Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. The Holy Spirit is beautiful, man. It says here, Deuteronomy chapter 4. Let's pick it up from verse. It says here, let's pick it up verse 4. But ye that did cleave unto the Lord Yahawah your power are alive, every one of you this day. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments. You hear that? Instruction book is what? The Bible for the Israelite. But at one point, family, we cast it behind us. But now that we are back with the Lord, everything makes sense now. It says here, behold, I have taught you statutes and judgment, even as the Lord Yahawah, my power, commanded me. You see that? Moses telling the children of Israel, he says here, that ye should do so in the land whether they go to possess it. He says, keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations. We shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. That's why Esau, that's what separates us from this nation, because the Lord's statutes and commandments were only given to us. But we know what happened. We decided that it wasn't enough for us. We have to follow the wickedness of these nations. But here, let's go back to that article. So when you accept bribe, this is what happened. You destroy your soul. But that's what Esau does. Esau goes all over the world, goes to including the continent of Africa, set up all these puppet leaders, and these president, prime ministers, and an open account for them in the Swiss bank. That's right. Give them mansions. And guess what? You think they're gonna work? They're gonna be doing things. For example, they're gonna be. What am I saying? They're gonna look for the interests of their own people in that nation. No, they're gonna be doing the bidding of the West. That's what you're seeing in Niger, Nigeria, or the west coast of Africa, or the entire continent of Africa, doing the bid of the West. Because why? They've accepted bribe, and the Lord says in the book of Deuteronomy, you shouldn't do that. That's why you shouldn't do that. He says here, the premier professional membership organization for the obstetricians and gynecologists accepted 11.8 million from the Department of Health and Human Services to promote to pregnant women, despite the exclusion of pregnant women from clinical trials and regulatory data showing that had not been tested for what? Safety during pregnancy. You see, family, I know I've been going for a little while now. It's a long article, but this is why, this is one of the reasons why the Lord is coming to remove this devil. Because Yahawashi says, if he doesn't cut the time short, no flesh shall be saved. Because these people here, they are anti-life. They know that this thing is dangerous, but they don't care, because at the end of the day, it's about their pockets. You see, it's about their pockets. Family, I will leave it there. I have a few articles to go through, but I will leave it there. And hopefully, if the Spirit moves me, I'll get into the rest of the article. But we shall see. I hope you edify. I hope this message find you in perfect peace. And we're going to continue to call upon our power, Yahawah. Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash, Shalom to the elect. And starting with 144,000, follow with the large multitude whom the Lord is going to have mercy upon. Continue to stay prayed up. Stay prayed up. Stay prayed up. We're almost out of this place. Okay, remember, you've been training for this. Okay, the thing is, we haven't come this far to drop the baton. No. You've been training. The moment you came out of your mother's womb, that spirit was upon you. But you just had to be activated, and you've been activated, and now you are ready to go home. We are not looking back. Lord willing, the Lord will put the spirit upon us to endure till the end, because the Bible said, they that endure till the end, the same shall be saved. And it's referring to the elect. Again, all praises, honor, and glory to the only power that matters, Yahawah, and his only begotten Son, our King, the Redeemer of Israel, Yahawashi. Shalom, beloved.